Opportunity for some of the other players in the squad to get an opportunity in the mixed doubles. Let's bring them out onto courts.
Ranking points still up for grabs as this huge night of tennis continues in Perth with mixed doubles. Will you please welcome Croatia? Led out by team captain Iva Majoli and represented by Petra Marcinko and Marcinko Pecotic. And their opponents this evening, please welcome France. Led out and represented by team captain Edward Roger-Vasselin and Jessica Ponchet.
What a moment for the 17-year-old Petra Marcinko, the Australian Open Junior champion from last year. Gets her opportunity on the big stage. Marcinko Pecotic will be her partner, Jessica Ponchet, getting an opportunity alongside the very experienced Edward Roger-Vasselin. Players will get out onto court and get moving pretty quickly now that we know the finals for here in Perth. It'll be Croatia taking on Greece, and that will be tomorrow. It's very breezy there on court. Greg Allensworth is our chair umpire.
All right, guys, any questions? So after the toss, please face that way for the picture. Blue, please, for your towels. Yellow, please, for your towels. Anything else? Oh. Tails, heads, 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 tails. Heads is the call. Go ahead, buddy. Very good. It is heads. Serve. Okay, quick photo, please. If I can have you stand facing that way, please.
Croatian team to serve. Here's a nice opportunity, photo opportunity. Looking the other way. Look at the camera. Ah, there you go. Nice little bit of swag as well. Go on, face the camera. More shots, more shots. We'll get this one underway. It's from the Sorrento Tennis Club, one of the local tennis clubs around Perth. And they'll get into their warm-up here. I'm Peter Ricardo alongside Jelena Dokic. And Jelena, well, a great match. That men's match was sensational. But now we're getting the mixed doubles, and it's a good opportunity for players like this player on screen, Petra Marcinko, to get some experience on the match court here.
For sure, yeah. It's been a really exciting day. Really could have gone either way. We've had phenomenal matches this evening as well, but great to see some of the younger players as well now out here playing the mixed doubles and getting that opportunity. Petra Marcinko, 17 years of age, and she actually won the Australian Open junior singles event last year, so she's an excellent up-and-coming player, already in the top 200 in the world.
Already won a couple of ITF titles as well.
So that's she's one to keep an eye out on in the next few years with Marcinko Pecotic there. And he's actually got a singles ranking just in the 800s. Has played doubles in the past as well, hasn't lately. So really a good opportunity for players to get out there. There's still ranking points at stake, prize money as well. Every single match counts, every single set counts.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's a good opportunity for these players who are lower ranked to get some extra prize money too, more than they would get on the ITF circuit. And also importantly, the experience too, as we take a look at Jessica Ponchet, gets an opportunity for Team France, ranked outside the top 100 in singles and doubles, but French have so much depth, both sides, men's and women's, and they have for such a long period of time. And this is the most experienced player on the court, 39-year-old Edward Roger-Vasselin, ranked 32 in the world in doubles, been as high as number 6 back in 2014. He's won the Roland Garros title back in 2014. 23 titles, including one in 2022. Actually won with Nicolas Mahut, who's still going strong too, which is good to see.
He's He's the most experienced player out there on the court, but not just playing, but he's the playing captain, isn't he? So he's the French captain of the team for both the men and the women, and playing is also triple duty this week.
Well, yeah, he's doing everything at the moment, but his role ending. And as Pam Whitecross, one of the tournament supervisors, whose work is never ever done, doing some cleanup on aisle 4 here. Just keeping things moving very, very nicely. One of the most experienced, if not the most experienced official that the game has. Former player herself.
Well, I was actually talking to Pam. It was yesterday. We had a nice little catch-up, and I knew she was doing this for quite a while, but she's actually been out here for 35 years now this year. So incredible work that she's done. She was already on the tour when I started, and is still going. And
junior champion.
Yeah.
I won't mention when, but a little while ago. But yeah, so these players not too far away from completing their warm-up, but best of 2 sets here in a match tie-break if we need it. No ad scoring. When we get to juice, it'll be male to male and female to female.
And the team name this evening, put your hands together for the captain of the French team, it's Roger-Vasselin.
Well, you've got Peter Mikado and Jelena Dokic upstairs. Downstairs, you want to talk about experience on the doubles court. How about this? 30 doubles titles, including 7 Grand Slams. He's won the Grand Slam in men's doubles. Also, importantly, 2 mixed doubles titles. Who better to have alongside us courtside than John Fitzgerald? Fitzy, hello.
Oh, thank you, Peter. Look, it all happened last century, I might say.
We don't forget. We don't forget.
You're showing your age now, Peter. Yeah. Look, it's a bit of an anticlimax here for these players, isn't it, in a way? But it still can be a lot of fun and a good experience, and they want to always get a win. So, especially for the youngsters on this court, to get their teeth into a match in this type of environment. So, a lot to look forward to, and gee, the heart rate's just come down from that previous singles match. What an ending that was, and what a high-quality match.
Yeah, as we said, it's not just a phenomenal opportunity when it comes to prize money and still ranking points up for grabs, but a lot of these players are up-and-coming players as well, and getting that opportunity to get out here. And as you know, Fitzy said, whenever you walk out there as a tennis player, you want to win, and you want to win that match. So it will still be competitive. And great to see the up-and-coming players out there, but also talking to Tara Wurtu, in fact, the other youngster, Croatian youngster, the other night, after she won that mixed double, she was so happy, but also said, I was so nervous going out there, such a big court, such a big occasion. And that's what you want. You want to get out there and have those opportunities on the big stadiums.
So we're just about set for a start. Our final match for night number 6 here at the RAC Arena in Perth.
Ready?
Pecotic to serve first. And not the best of starts. A foot fault right from the off. Fitzy, we're still sitting on 27 Celsius. It's quite breezy actually down there. Certainly noticed that during the men's match.
Yeah, it's cool where I am though. I mean, there's air conditioning. It seems that sort of services all the seating areas here, and it's such a unique stadium. Very high, the roof here, higher than most indoor closable roofs, and I'm sure it's warm. There's a lot of warmth coming down onto the court surface, but not so here, Peter, where I am. It's the experience, and it's fair to say that on paper this man is the one who's most likely to make the biggest difference on a doubles court. He's got a lot of experience, Roger-Vasselin.
Well, he's leading the team here too, giving advice to Ponchet there.
Love 40.
So already break points here. It's important for Pecotic here in particular, I think, to get this match in. Croatia in their ATP squad, or the men's side, only have the 3 players. So it's been Coric and Goyo who have been dominating there. But if something happens tomorrow, it's important to at least get out there on the match court.
Oh, good work by Marcinko. Great reflexes there at the net. Yeah, it's important for everybody to have that opportunity to get out there and play. You never know what can happen. You would expect maybe Coric to still play the mixed if it does come down to it, but you just never know. It's a great comeback here in this game. No ad scoring, of course.
So this will come back to Roger-Vasselin. They did well to get out of trouble there, Croatia, to hold in the opening game. They were Roger-Vasselin's. They're father-sons. His dad played on the tour, I think, around your era, Fitzy. Would I be right in saying that?
He did, Christoph. Yes, absolutely. He was a good player.
I don't think you ever played him, though.
Look, you've been checking on me, I can tell.
He knew all of my head-to-heads with the different players today. I was shocked.
I like to be thorough.
Is he trustworthy, Yelena? That's what we have to all be worried about.
He is. No, he is.
Yeah, no, Christoph was in my era. He's maybe a fraction older than me, which is not good news for him, by the way. But it's great to see, you know, they're a great tennis family, and this younger version of the family membership is a real credit to his dad and his family.
We're seeing a bit of it now, current day as well. I mean, Casper Ruud, his father played on the tour. Three doubles titles in his career, Edward Roger-Vasselin. One of the players who's made the decision a while ago now to concentrate only on the doubles. It's allowing him to have a longer career, 39 years of age. Comfortable hold.
Very comfortable. I think this is probably the game that, and the serve, that will be the toughest to try and break. But yeah, I think it shows really also the awareness to know how you feel out there, whether you still want to play singles and feel like you are capable of doing it and still want to put in the work, or do you focus more on the doubles? Because when you do play both, look, it really is a physical challenge to do it 10 months a year. So he's made that decision to continue just playing doubles. And it also gives him then the opportunity like this to be a captain here at the United Cup, and depending on what he wants to do in the future, to help the younger generation and be a part of the Davis Cup team perhaps as well.
Sorry, just Vasselin coming over the top there of Ponchet. But I think there'll be a bit of competition for those Davis Cup captaincy spots and coaching, because there's been a few French retirements at the end of last season. Joe-Wilfried Tsonga saying goodbye. Gilles Simon, another player who announced his retirement too. So seeing the end of a good era of French tennis.
There's a lot of players and our former players from a lot of countries as well getting involved in the Davis Cup, the Billie Jean King Cup, and commentary as well, and just all around in tennis, and inspiring the younger generation, which is great to see.
Oh. 40-15.
Yeah, Ponchet just getting a bit lost in the court there. We're on serve in this opening set. Our mixed doubles to finish things off tonight. It's 2-1 Croatia. So this is a good opportunity for Ponchet, I think, because Roger-Vasselin is going to be talking to her and getting in her ear. Also got her coach out there as well, having a bit of a discussion about the right technique and I guess sort of the right tactic to play when you're on the doubles court.
And I like this from the Croatian team as well. They're both up. Pecotic, she didn't even sit down there. And then, for me, a lot of that has to do with just the whole week. They have been practicing, but at the same time, they haven't been out there playing matches. So it can take a while to warm up and doing the right thing. They're already out there.
Marilyn Garcia looking on. This is going to be a very light and jovial discussion.
Done.
So on serve in this Group F match, finishing off Group F, it will be Croatia and Greece in the city final here in Perth coming up tomorrow. So Jessica Ponchet, the last of the quartet to serve. Quite a unique action that Ponchet has on her ground strokes.
Quite a unique grip on the volley as well. Maybe, Fitzy, your expert opinion. It's not your traditional continental grip on the volleys, is it?
Yeah, or the smash. Yeah, I think if I was coaching her, I'd change a couple of those grips, Yelena. So this is very with this grip. It's like an Eastern forehand grip on the serve, and it's very tough to spin the ball with that. And I'm not sure about the one-handed backhand. What do you think, Yelena? I mean, it just doesn't give her enough strength. If you you'd hit every ball there, I think, if you put the serving to her in doubles and try to kick the ball up high to that backhand, and she'd be in some trouble, I think. But she's got some skill in some areas, but there's a couple of gaps there as a young player she'll need to work on. Not bad power there. It's interesting because it is an interesting grip. It's not a traditional service grip, really.
The volley is more of a,
30-15.
I think, issue, isn't it? Because it's even more extreme when she tries to hit the volley. It is not your continental grip, what it should be. As you said, it's more of a Eastern or semi-Western, like the forehand. So anything lower, she would struggle on.
Yeah.
The overhead as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Marcinko not afraid to go hard at the net player.
No, what you'll find with Marcinko, she's brave, she's courageous. I watched her play the Australian Open girls singles final, and she's a good ball striker, courageous.
That went straight down, that didn't go over.
So you can see with this service motion here, guys, how she lays the racket back. And it's not really a strong hitting position, so she lays the wrist back and the racket head drops down behind her. It's hard to get any spin on the ball, so the serve will predominantly be quite flat. Watch how it lays back here. There.
Game.
Oh, it drops in.
Croatia.
So break of serve to go 3-1.
3 games to 1.
Isn't that, Fitzy, you call that like a serving tray where your palm is up?
Have a look at
this. Yeah.
Yeah, you could carry a few glasses on that racket face here.
Have a look at the back. How she
Lays
lays it
down
open.
there, yeah.
Yeah,
So
that should be closed.
Correct.
Yeah.
I knew you were number 4 in the world for some reason.
Oh, really? Only just realised that now? Thank you, Fitzy.
Left.
Listen, you're the real expert. I can just learn from you. That's what I've been listening to for the last few years. That's where I get it from.
I don't think so.
Well, it was Roger-Vasselin who had to do pretty much all the legwork in that point, and you just see the lack of experience from Ponchet in terms of her court position there. Got stuck a couple of times out of the action, and then more at the service line than coming up to the net.
You know, Pete, I think it's just an indication of, I mean, these kids are, and I can call them that because they're a different generation to me, obviously, but they're good young players. But if they don't get the technique right at an early age, it can lower the ceiling of how much they can finally improve and become.
Well done.
Yeah, I agree with that, Fitzy, but also I feel like if you're technically sound, also under pressure, that's where you're less likely to break down if you're technically sound. So your technique's not going to break down when you do get nervous.
Yeah.
So really important with the younger players, always focus on that technique more than anything.
Look, I'm not sure why she wouldn't put 2 hands on that backhand, because she can't get any power with that one-hander. But she's a young kid, you know, and she's learning. And she's got good hand-eye coordination. Obviously, they all have to get to this level. And so there's always a lot to work with. And she's a strong athlete. So a lot of good assets. It's just, I tell you, to get to as good as what we've seen during this week, though, on these players, you have to cross a lot of T's and dot a lot of I's in terms of your technique and your preparation and all of the assets you need. That was a clever shot.
You can see her court positioning there too, in the tram lines to receive that. Saying to Pecotic, go down the tee if you want. Give you that space. Trying to eventually cramp it for room, but she got out of the way. So that breeze picks up again. A beautiful return. And so the break back for Team France are on serve. It's 3-2 in the opening sets. Well, we've had a great week here in Perth, and, well, the weather's going to be magnificent tomorrow. Hot, sunny. Where else would you want to be apart from the RAC Arena? But checking out WA's beaches. You got Cable Beach up there in Broome. You go all the way to the top of WA. You get some fantastic scenery, a little bit of this. And you just be isolating yourself out there in nature. Look how pristine that looks. And speaking of which, this is Alicia Mollick territory, Cottesloe in Perth, not too far from the city centre. Have a look at how blue that water is. Turquoise, you will call it. So, sharing breaks here, both teams.
Time.
Now, mixed doubles to finish things off tonight. The final coming up tomorrow. Here in Perth, the city final will be Croatia taking on Greece. No problem with the overhead there.
15 love.
I actually think if she would change the grip on that serve, and it's the last thing I'll say about it, but she's got a lot of potential because she's got a strong hitting motion, on like a strong throwing motion, I think, and a little bit of tweaking with the grip could really give her a high quality serve, I think.
Oh, well done, all four players on the court, especially Ponchet at the net.
Yeah, Marcinko as well at the back of the court. We've got to give her a lot of credit, striking the ball beautifully, and see a lot more of this young lady.
Yeah, well, we're talking about potential of players. Let's keep an eye on Marcinko.
17 years of age. Australian Open Girls Singles Champion in 2022, already inside the top 200 in the world.
Yeah, so some restrictions on how many tournaments she can play on the WTA.
One more year of restrictions, but there's still enough to play because she can get into Grand Slams with her ranking while qualifying.
40-15.
Impressed with Ponchet at the net as well. She closes the net well. She's explosive.
Let's have a look at the Ponchet backhand here. That's more the work at the net, the volley at the net.
Also no continental grip on that backhand volley. Very unorthodox.
$40-30.
Double fault followed by an ace, and we're 3 games all.
3 games all.
This is probably tonight. It's probably been the breeziest it's been, the RAC Arena, throughout the tournament so far. We know the wind can pick up in the afternoons here in Perth, but its way into RAC Arena.
Love 15.
Another thing for Petra Marcinko is we're going to see a lot of her obviously playing main tour, but representing her country, and to be in an environment where you've got Petra Martic and Donna Vekic here for a week.
Well, she's already part of the Billie Jean King Cup team as well, so has had that opportunity and experience in 2022. She's so important those weeks with the better players, the older players as well, and to get that experience, but also inspiration.
That's a great serve.
She's got just a natural tendency to know where to hit the ball too, doesn't she? She's quite an instinctive player, I think, and looks like she's got an ability to keep the ball in too when it really matters. She looks promising. Not a bad motion either. I'm sitting laterally near the baseline here, and she throws the ball out in front and uses or transfers some good weight into the ball, and it's quite a nice compact motion.
And that will only get better as she develops. She's only 17.
Yep.
And maybe just from here, a bit more leg drive, but that will come as she gets older and gets stronger as well.
Game, Team Croatia.
So Team Croatia keep themselves in front. We continue on serve. It's 4-3 in the opening sets. A very relaxed feel, and
Petra kako gruva sa osnovnom trčanjem, može Vasselin drži.
Mix it up, but also the wind is coming in that way. So I think slice wide would be good. Ouais, surtout là, premier point, là, ça va beaucoup de...
it's Jessica Ponchet's coach. Been working with her throughout the sit down. Plenty of instruction going on there. And I think it's Sandy that her partner's right beside her there in Roger-Vasselin, who'll be able to actually make sure that she's able to implement what the coach has been talking about. So back to Ponchet serving. New tennis balls at 3-4. She knew it as soon as she hit it. She was not in the right position to drag that ball down. Again, the experience of Roger-Vasselin coming in there, just saying to Ponchet, okay, let's maybe change that tactic a little bit. Take a little bit of control. Nice reach. He just pushed back nicely. There was that first step, that first push to be able to get himself into a good position.
Game, Team Pro.
And we're square again in the opening sets.
4 games all. Love 15.
Yep, exactly where that serve needed to be. Out wide to the Ponchet backhand.
Yeah, smart serve. To get that out wide, the pace as well, really hard to control that with the one-handed backhand. Oh, that's smart through the middle, especially a pairing that hasn't played together a lot. Takes a lot of communication to know who takes this ball, but also look at this, the return into the shoelaces, and then here he holds it long enough.
They both look at each other.
Yeah.
In that situation, I would have employed my favourite word in doubles, Yelena. Yours.
15, 20.
Well, it's usually the forehand that takes it.
Game, Team France.
And so a break of serve here
Team France
for
leads
the
5
French team.
to 4.
Means they'll be coming out to serve for the opening set next at 5-4.
Nije 5-4. 3-4.
Ok. Šta već?
Smo mi vodili break?
Jesmo. Da.
Jesam glup po kurac.
Sve se čuje. Viš sad
Ouais, c'est ça.
Ja bi bad winner for comparing.
Non, pas très très vite, mais pas
So that's Jessica Ponchet's coach, and the first thing that when he walked up, when Jessica sat down, was made a cross symbol. So presumably talking about the movement on the court, particularly for the doubles.
Time.
Good in a good position, Team France, to close out this opening set. Remembering best of 2 sets here. We need a third. Well, we won't play it. We'll have a match tiebreak instead. We're at 1 set all. First to 10 with a margin of 2. So Edouard Roger-Vasselin to attempt to serve out this opening set. Yes.
Love 15.
It's a high ball toss, isn't it? You don't see that too often these days, really.
No. It's a smart serve there. The kicker, hard to control. Marcinko there just couldn't quite get over the ball. Got up high above the left shoulder.
And that's even with 2 hands, Yelena. If you've only got one hand out there, it's even tougher to control that.
(30-15).
You know who has the highest ball toss on the men's tour?
Did you research that as well?
Trivia question for you.
Okay.
Probably a tall guy.
Oh, well done by Marcinko there.
That's great anticipation, short backswing. She's technically really sound, isn't she, Fitzy? With the forehand and back in the right grips as well.
Yeah, she's got a lot of belief too. She's not phased at all, really.
It's a set point here for the French. Federico Del Bonis.
Oh.
5.26 metres.
I was going to go with Alexander Zverev, maybe.
5.26. Set point for the French. Oh, well done. Again, Marcinko.
This starting point.
Just so balanced as she hits through the ball.
That backhand is beautiful. Short backswing. She stays low and balanced, but through the shot all the way. Doesn't come up out of it at all.
Show you how to play on that ball too. And that's the opening set.
First set.
33 minutes on the clock.
Team France.
And it goes the way of Team France, 6 games to 4. Well, the experienced pair, or the most experienced pair out there on the court, getting the job done. Let's try and get a point back here for Team France to make it 3-2.
Well, it all counts, doesn't it? We talked about the ranking points, the prize money, every win counts. So we take a look at that first set summary. Pretty similar first serve percentage for Ponchet and Roger-Vasselin, just winning a few more points behind that first serve. Unforced there is the same 8 each. What you don't see is those volley winners as well, and a lot of the work that's done at the net. But Roger-Vasselin, for me, he was the player of that first set, put a lot of pressure on and just played the right things at the right time, went through the middle, especially against a team that hasn't played together before and isn't as experienced. Ponchet, great work she did as well at the net, great reflexes. Definitely the more experienced pair coming through. And for Roger-Vasselin, shots like this, I love the fact that he's gone through the middle, holds it long enough, doesn't panic.
So a set of tennis down, and Ponchet and Roger-Vasselin. 6 games to 4. Croatia winning the tie. You can see there 3-1, and they'll go into the city final here in Perth tomorrow against Team Greece. Borna Coric, Stefanos Tsitsipas, it'll be a big match. Garcia Sakari. Interesting encounters coming.
Second set. Team Croatia to set.
Fitzy, was that return going long?
Look, I think it was debatable.
Yeah.
It may have. It was close. I thought he probably needed to hit it. But you know what? I don't think our younger players, and these are not Australians, but the younger players around the world, Yolanda, I just don't think they spend... I know the game's changed.
15
and I know that I grew up in a different era, but they don't spend enough time at the net. The volleying skills of these 3 young players here are nowhere near, I think, the quality of their backcourt games. So when they get exposed when they come in, this young lad's got a beautiful service action. He's got a lot to work with, but his volleys are just not at the same level.
And we did
see that?
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you. We did get that predicted bounce. He would have been long by quite a bit.
Right.
And that's that feel, isn't it, of actually when you do practice coming forward, you also get a feel of you know, what to play and what to let go.
When to leave.
Yeah, but look at this. He didn't get into the net quick enough either, did he, after that serve?
If that's the case, he just he hasn't been practicing it enough. So my advice to the young Aussies is spend more time in there than you think you need to.
And you know what? If you look at someone like Caroline Garcia, we saw her play tonight, and she comes forward. How well does she do it?
Awesome.
But she has spent her whole career playing doubles, even when she didn't play singles well. That's what you want to do as a junior player.
Throw Iga Swiatek into that mix as well. Played a lot of doubles.
Yeah, it just gives you so many options, not just the net play, but the serve, the return, getting feel for it, reflexes as well, but also just the ability to have that extra layer to your game when you do come forward.
Oh, well done, Ponchet there to absorb that pressure. But the other thing that's included there is that you're getting extra match practice in. You're getting yourself onto the match court as much as possible. You're adding to that and developing your skills there.
Gee, great serve, though. Nice left-handed motion.
I mean, the thing is, particularly on the ITF circuit, we know how tough it is to make a living if you're just playing on that circuit. Want to see these players playing singles and doubles. I mean, obviously there's a practical consideration to it as well. You try and increase your chance of winning some more prize money, getting out there, getting some more points. So if you're maybe not getting the results that you like in singles, your doubles ranking can rise a little bit more as well. Start to put a combination together at that level. We've seen it over the years that players have come from ITF playing doubles. Yes, they might want to focus on the singles, but they've had good success in doubles as teams. Think about someone like a Luke Saville, for example, the Australian, who's tried to make a name for himself on the singles court, but has had better success on the doubles court. And he played a lot of doubles on the Challenger Tour. And managed to get that exposure at the larger tournaments, not necessarily on the singles court, but certainly on the doubles court. Oh, trying to do the right thing there, Pecotic.
Didn't go quick enough, didn't close the net either. He needed to just cut off the angle there as well. So I just feel like the Croatian team as well, even on this return from Marcinko, that was a good return. Gave Pecotic that opportunity to try and cross, but I'd test Ponchet a bit more, even off the return. I'd go down the line, go straight at the person at the net.
Oh, it's a heck of a return, though.
Wonderful return.
30, 40.
I think there's not enough pressure going on there. Most of the time, you know, that return's going cross-court from both Marcinko and Pecotic. Doesn't put any pressure on Ponchet there at all at the net.
Deuce, deciding point.
So this will come back to the deuce court, to Pecotic. So we're all square again in this second set.
Smart serve there from Roger-Vasselin into the body, really jamming Pecotic, especially on a big point. He's done it already a couple of times.
To continue to sell my players to play doubles, talk about the mental side of things. And most doubles now is, on the main tours anyway, maximum of 7 points per game. So opportunities for pressure points continue. They're more likely there, as we saw with the deciding point.
See, this is the issue. You keep going cross-court. Sooner or later, Ponchet is getting comfortable trying to cross because she's not getting pushed there to know whether the ball's going to be going down line or not. They're not keeping her at bay, and now she's also getting the confidence to cross. Smart serve into the backhand there, hard to control with the one-hander.
Channeling John Isner, Iga Swiatek as well, with the bounce of the ball here. There you go. Between the legs work. There, the bounce of the ball.
Good serve, nice change up.
40-15.
She's got some game, hasn't she?
Mm.
She's got good court awareness as well. Yep. You can already see that she understands tennis. The dimensions of the court, good anticipation.
Game, Team Croatia.
So we're on serve in this second set. The French taking the first 6-4. It's now Team Croatia 2-1. Have a look at that serve there from Marcinko. Interesting, Ponchet with that backhand. There's no use of the left hand sort of going back as she strikes the ball. It stays very still.
I mean, that serve will win all day, every day. If you kick that there to that one-hander with that grip and being front on like that, she has no chance of getting that across court. So that's where as a young player, you've got to get your technique right, and she's learning. But I think she could be good if she got that technique better on both the serve and the backhand.
And she is 110 in the world in doubles, so I just feel like there are some great signs there. If she goes into that continental grip, especially in the grip and the overhead and the serve, it would make a huge difference.
Yeah, Yelena, I just think there's a ceiling, though. You know, if I'm with you, because if she's strong, like, but with that one-hander, with that technique, she can't get the ball across court from a high position.
No.
And it'll get worse because she'll play stronger players more often. They'll kick the ball higher than that one, and the people will knock every ball off at the net. So, but if she gets the technique right, you know, then the ceiling really goes up. And that's the secret, I think, for her. She's got good intuition, and she steps into the ball like at the net, even though the technique's funny on the volleys. She's got awareness, that's for sure.
And even on the serve, even though it's not a continental grip, she's got quite a bit of power, doesn't she?
She does. I'm amazed at the result of the serve with that grip.
It's good play from Pecotic, but you don't go at Roger-Vasselin 3 times in a row. It's not going to work.
That would be logical. Yeah.
Yes. And again, playing at Roger-Vasselin just absorbed the pace that time.
I think it's funny, you know, Peter, with young players, they've played a lot in the juniors. They've had a lot of success. She's obviously one of the best juniors in the world, and they're it's not an ego thing probably, but it's just a confidence level. She thinks she's going to go at Roger-Vasselin and win the point more often than not. The play is to go across into the alley to the other young player's backhand, and the odds go way up to win the point.
Well, I think it's just called being 17 and having no fear.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it hasn't faced players that are as good as I think Vasselin
But
as often yet.
But the interesting thing too is that came back. That ball was 152 kilometres, so she got pace on that forehand, despite being misdirected.
Remember, Fitzy, when we were 17 and then young and brave, courageous?
I actually can't remember that far back. It's okay for you, youngsters.
I'll take you back as we go to 2-all here. Wasn't it Janice Ian who had at 17 that song? I learnt the truth at 17. All right, I'll sit here on my own with that then. Where's Robbie? He'll be with me now.
Well, he's closer to 17 than I am, I know that.
Just caught out again there, seemed stuck at the service line.
Well, that's what Fitzy, you were talking about. He's more comfortable going a step back to try and actually hit a ground stroke. Being a little bit more comfortable at the net, he would have made a step forward a little bit quicker to get that as a volley.
15-all.
Split steps early. So he's often caught out a little bit there off the motion.
Good effort.
Nice volleying all round there. Particularly that low one from Pecotic.
See, the technique on that volley is a lot different to the other youngster, and it makes a difference. She's got, I think, and that forehand pretty good. Well, she can still improve the grip on that too, but gee, she's got some skill, like just natural hand-eye.
she's got the right grips too. And even though that backhand volley at times is a two-handed backhand, I like it. It's simple. She doesn't overswing. And with time, she will get that as a one-hand as she gets stronger. But she's not afraid at the net, is she? Good reflexes. Really love that from a young player.
Yeah, she believes in herself.
Game, Team Croatia.
And so we continue on serve in the second set. Team Croatia leading things here 3-2. You can see they're a very empty Team Croatia bench, but understandably so, because those players that would normally be sitting behind probably almost asleep by now, getting ready for tomorrow's final.
Getting ready for tomorrow. It's all happening. All of the singles matches and the mixed doubles.
I ona baci nisko i ide nisko, postane nisko.
It's quite a quick turnaround for the teams. I mentioned the final tomorrow, but also they've got a travel day on Thursday, and then they're into the semi-finals. So the two semi-finals played over 2 days, and then the final, which will be played over 1 day to finish off the United Cup. On serve in this second set, with Croatia having wrapped up the tie.
Done.
It's a great effort there from Marcinko to get that serve back, but she reads the play so well. She anticipated that serve. Good effort.
Just catching the edge, the line there.
Game, Team France.
We roll along at 3 games all. Second set. Remember, if we do get to 1 set all, we will play a match tiebreak instead of a third set. So back here to Marcinko, serving with some new Dunlops. 3 games all in the second set.
15.
Wow, that's well done from Ponchet. That's a good sign of intent coming forward.
Love 30.
It's a great effort from Ponchet. That was a one-handed drive volley, Fitzy. That's very hard to hit.
$15-30.
Yeah, almost.
Oh, smart serve.
30 all.
119 k's an hour, but it was the kick. Jumped up high, very hard with a one-handed backhand. Shows the ability to hit that serve, but also the awareness that she has to do that.
$40-30.
Oh, did make it. Even with the swing there. But we have the deciding point, so it'll go back to Ponchet.
Just think for Marcinko, well, both her and her partner, just going a little bit through the middle too much. Maybe just using the angles of the court and mixing it up. It's a little too predictable. Good effort.
Team Croatia.
And they keep themselves in front in this second set, leading 4 games to 3.
Zato što se ne čita jedno.
Scenes from a match we have here. As we get ready for the final tomorrow, the city finals, happening in each of the 3 cities. In Sydney, it'll be Team USA in action. They'll be looking to, well, get through. We've got Team Great Britain to contend with there. And in Brisbane, it's Team Poland taking on Team Italy. Of course, here it is Greece and Croatia. 3 winners through to the semi-final. And we'll have the next best making up the semi-final lineup. Group F here in Perth, a win for Croatia tonight in the tie, but the French looking to get a point back to bring it back to 3-2, our final match for tonight here in Perth at the RAC Arena. Back to Jessica Ponchet serving at 3-4. That's a good move.
That's fantastic move. Didn't leave too early. This is where I think the Croatian team just needs to at times go down the line when they return. Even if they don't win the point, it would just keep Ponchet and Vasselin at bay a little bit more.
Just saw that little movement there from Roger-Vasselin.
Yeah, and for Marcinko, she went a step back on that return, just let the ball play her instead of taking it on top of the bounce. Especially if you're going to go down the line, you're really going to get around and over the ball.
So we level things up at 4 games all. Interesting to see what the lineup for the mixed doubles will be for Croatia. Should it be going the distance tomorrow evening?
For me, it would be Čorić, Vekic or Čorić, Martic.
Because Borna played the mixed doubles in the tie against Argentina. And obviously we've got Pecotic playing here. Tara Worth also getting an opportunity.
I saw the Greeks play the mixed doubles this afternoon, guys, and that they were rather impressive. I mean, the forehand of Tsitsipas in that format just did so much damage.
Yeah, well, they've come to win, haven't they? And they've got experience playing together as well, Sakari and Stefanos Tsitsipas.
They have that. They want to play together. They talked about maybe Olympics in the future, and they're keen, and they play well together. They really want to win this. And look, I think they'd have to start favourite in the mixed if it goes that far.
Well, for Sakari and Tsitsipas, in fact, they beat Federer and Bencic at the Hopman Cup, as well as Serena Williams and Frances Tiafoe. We talked about that and how far they've come since then. And they've played a lot more together than the Croatian team. But for me, it'll be interesting if it's Čorić or Martic or Čorić or Vekic, perhaps. Martic maybe still a little bit more experience in the doubles.
Just missed. Well, there you go, the breaker serve, and it means that Team France serving for the match next at 5-4. And some nice elevation, Pecotic there. Just couldn't stick the lob. This is one of the good parts about having this format. So the coach just asked Roger-Vasselin tension on serve and working the tactics around that.
Yeah.
So Team France, a game away from wrapping up this mixed doubles. Bring it back to 3-2 to finish off the tie, finish off the group stages of the United Cup.
Time.
An hour and 8 minutes on court. And Roger-Vasselin serving for the match.
15 love.
So just going back there to what was happening at the sit-down, Ponchet's coach asked Roger-Vasselin, where's that first serve going? Where are you going to put it? And then could talk to the tactics and the positioning on the court after that. So there's plenty of learning going on during this match. That's a good move.
It's a good move. Yeah, it's a lot of communication, but also just to know where he'll serve and what
15 all.
Ponchet will do and whether she'll cross or stay. So a lot of tactical work out there going on in communication. Now serving for the match here.
Oh, it's good to see Team France. They've been hanging around for this mixed doubles. Caroline Garcia and a win over Petra Martic earlier this evening. So racing to match points. And that'll do it. Good way to finish off the tie for Team France, even though it is Croatia that will advance to tomorrow's Sydney final here at the RAC Arena in Perth. It'll be Croatia and Greece to play off for a spot in the finals, semi-finals in Sydney. But in this mixed doubles, it's Ponchet and Roger-Vasselin getting the win, 6-4, 6-4. Bit of a discussion there for Roger-Vasselin. Say, look, we would have been nice to have had this as a decider, but never mind.
I don't think Eva would have liked that. She had a lot of stress tonight. They both did. They're really good. Great friendship between both countries and teams and players, and great to see still so much positivity out there. This is what this team's event is all about.
Yeah, certainly is. And we'll have a quick chat with the French team.
Caroline Garcia saying we were ready for you in the mix. Eva saying no, we weren't. We wanted to wrap it up. There's a big date coming tomorrow.
So we'll just wait for Roger-Vasselin. Just get Ponchet to join us. They're downstairs with Fitzy.
Well, congratulations, you guys. It's a late night, but worth waiting for in the end, Jessica. What was that experience like for you?
Yeah. Yes, it's my first double, mixed double actually, and yeah, it's a hard day for us, but yeah, I'm happy I have a chance to play, and with Edouard, I mean, like, I'm just very lucky, and I'm sad for us because we really fight for this one, but yeah, I mean, it's tennis. We'll try next year.
Well done. Yeah, no, you played well. And you had a pretty good guy to play with here. He's got a lot of experience, this man, Jess.
Yeah. And I don't. So it was great this way.
Edward, well done, mate. You've had a big week. It is disappointing to lose today's match, but that's a nice little bonus for you, and it was a bit of fun, huh?
Yes, I mean, we are, of course, really disappointed. I mean, when we came here, we knew we had a great team, and we were looking to go far in this competition. But we know every opponent are really good, are fighters. We saw that today again, yesterday as well. The Croatian team, they deserve their win, even if we are really, really disappointing. But at the end, yeah, it was tough also to come to the court after that loss, after Adrian loss. Yeah, in the locker room we were really, really sad, but we had to come again on court, and we are happy to have at least this win and to finish the night with a win.
And are you going on to the Australian Open after this?
Yes, Adelaide first, and then Australian Open. Yes.
Okay, so you're here for a while. And
Yeah.
Jess, what are you doing next week? Are you going to Melbourne?
Next week, yeah, I'm gonna play the qualify in Australian Open.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we wish you well. Bon chance.
Merci.
Thank you.
Enjoy your
Merci.
stay. Okay.
Thank you.
Merci.
And thank you to Fitzy as well, Roger-Vasselin and Jessica Ponchet. You could sense the disappointment there from Team France as they had high hopes, as we knew right at the very start of this event, but wasn't to be this evening. And it's a beautiful shot of the RAC arena at night. Confirmation of the results with Caroline Garcia, a good win over Petra Martic. She goes 2-0 in competition here to the RAC arena, and then a really close match, an excellent match, one of the best we've seen so far this week, and it was Borna 7-6 coming back from a breakdown in that final set, managing to take it in the tie break, and then Ponchet and Roger-Vasselin getting the win, the consolation point for France. So it means that Croatia top Group F and will move through to the final. France 1-1, and Argentina's campaign coming to an